Writing Section Practice Test. Now listen to part of a lecture on the topic you just read about.
Okay, now I want to discuss tidal power, since I think it's a good example of an alternative energy source that we should look at critically. Okay, now let's think about some of the possible drawbacks to the system. For a start, tidal power can never do more than provide a fraction of our total energy needs, since there just aren't enough good locations. However, tidal power could still make some contribution at a regional level. But what about the environmental impact? First of all, the quality of the water in the estuary area will be changed, and this will have an effect, of course, on the local wildlife. Both the increase in salinity when seawater is mixed with estuary water and also the amount of mud and sediments churned up in the water will affect the birds and the fish. These conditions could stimulate the growth of the red tide organism, which causes paralysis in shellfish and affects many aquatic creatures. And much of the intertidal habitat could be destroyed, and this would have a devastating effect on birds and vegetation types adapted to these conditions. And what about the fish that naturally migrate between river and sea? Now, their ability to migrate will be hampered, since they won't be able to pass the barrage. Now, it could be possible to make some kind of provision for them to move freely between salt and freshwater environments, but this would lead to expensive design considerations. Also, there are implications for the people living in the area. For example, fishing boats are normally moored in the estuary for protection from the rougher waters, but they'll no longer be able to navigate between estuary and open sea. In such a case, the economy of the whole area could be affected. So, all of these things are drawbacks of tidal power and need to be matched against the benefits of alternative energy production.
Summarize the points made in the lecture you just heard, explaining how they cast doubt on the points made in the reading. The program continues on the next CD.